Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to another tutorial. In this tutorial I'm gonna show you how you can create this 3D low poly cartoon earth animation inside Blender. It's really cool, and yeah, let's get started. Okay guys, let's start with adding a sphere. So I'm gonna press Shift A and go to mesh and add a UV sphere. Right now we have a segment 32. I'm gonna increase this to 64 and rings to 32. Basically we double the amount, and now we need to add our subdivision surface. So I'm going to go to modifier and add a subdivision surface. So just search for subdivision surface and it will pop up, and right here, so I'm going to set this to 3, both level, viewport and render. Okay, and all right, now we need to add our displacement map. So I'm going to go to add modifier and search for displace, and you can see we have this displace modifier. So I'm going to open this and I'm going to create a new texture right there, and then set the coordinates to UV, and let's go to show texture button. So it will give us this tab, and I'm going to open this 8K Earth specular map. By the way, I got this from this solar texture scope.com. okay, you guys can find this site, and it have really cool these planet textures. Okay, and yeah, and now I'm gonna just open this up. As you can see right now it's a bit crazy, so I'm gonna go to modify again and set this strength value to something around here. Okay, and let's reduce it a bit more, maybe 0.06 is good value, yeah, something like that. Okay, now we need to add our decimate modifier. So I'm gonna go to add modifier and search for decimate, and this one, or you can just go to, I think it's in the generate modifier, and here decimate. Okay, and now we need to reduce the ratio. So I'm gonna set this to basically I will copy this value and then just paste this into ratio. Okay, and let's see, yeah, something like that. You guys can just play with the decimate modifier. Okay, and I think this is good starting point. Yeah, now we have kind of a low poly earth, and yeah, looks good. Now we need to rename this to low poly earth. Okay, and all right, now I'm gonna just duplicate this earth. Now we have a backup. Now we need to add our ocean. So I'm gonna press Shift A and let's go to mesh and icosphere. I will go with 3. Okay, and you guys can just shuffle through this subdivision. I think, yeah, 3 looks good. Okay, something like that. And now we need to apply the modifier. So I'm gonna go to low poly earth, and here I will before that, let's I think let's reduce this decimate modifier, maybe 4. Let's see, to fix these kind of holes. Yeah, something like this will work. Okay, I think 0.02 is good value for decimate modifier. So I'm gonna apply this modifier. So I'm gonna go to here, subdivision, and press Ctrl A to apply, and then apply again displace modifier, and in the last I will apply the decimate modifier. Just press Ctrl A. Okay, all right, perfect. Now we have this low poly earth. If you go to edit mode, just tab, and as you can see, and now let's rename this to ocean. So I'm gonna select this icosphere and then press F2 on my keyboard, and let's rename this as ocean, like that. Perfect. Now we are almost halfway through this tutorial. As you can see, now we have this low poly, very cool planet. Now we need to fill these holes. I think it's a bit too much, so I'm gonna select this low poly earth, and let's go to edit mode and just fill this quickly. Okay, just select 3 vertex and then just press F on your keyboard to fill it up. Okay, I will speed this up process. All right. Almost there. As you can see, it takes a little bit time to fill these holes, and yeah, I think this looks cool. All right, now we have this awesome looking low poly planet. Okay, now I'm gonna just provide with you guys some low poly asset such as clouds and trees, so we can fill out some ground. with the trees. Okay, and you guys can download this low poly asset pack blender file from link in the description. Okay, just basically drag and drop into your viewport and it will pop up this tab, or you can just go to file, append, and then go to a low poly asset pack and just double click and go to collection, and here you will find the clouds and trees. Okay, just select both of these and then press append. Okay, and before click this append, you can just select this scene collection folder and then append, and then it will apply this to scene collection instead of apply this to main collection. Okay, let's rename this collection as low poly planet. All right, okay, now we have this clouds and trees. If we just disable the low poly planet, as you can see, we have this clouds. By the way, I created this cloud from just single icosphere like this one, and then I set this to 1, and I basically go to edit mode and just shift D to duplicate, and just like that I create clouds like that. Okay, and yeah, looks pretty cool. And that's how I create those clouds, and I'm gonna just delete this one. Now as you can see, I have 8 clouds right there, and you don't have to do it, or you want to practice, you can just do your own. Okay, and yeah, and this is cloud, and we have trees as well, as you can see, cool trees. And I also apply the materials for these trees. If you go to viewport shading, as you can see, and yeah, cool. Now let's disable these 2 trees and clouds, and I'm gonna just enable the low poly planet again. Okay, we need to apply these trees to this ground. It's really easy to do using the geometry nodes, so I'm gonna select the low poly earth and then go to geometry nodes, and let's go here. We don't need to this one, so I'm gonna right click and let's select the join area and let's remove that. Okay, now we need to create a new geometry nodes, and let's go this trees. Simple. Okay, now we need to apply the trees to this planet, so we need to add some different nodes. So I'm gonna press Shift A and then search for distribute point on spaces like this one. Okay, and I'm gonna set the randomness to position disk. Now we need to also add a instance on point, so I'm gonna Shift A and search, and let's search for instance on point. Okay, and awesome. Now I'm gonna basically link this mesh to geometry and this point to this point. Okay, now I will link the instance to geometry output like that. As you can see, it disappeared, and to get this back we need to add a join geometry node. So I'm gonna Shift A and search for join geometry, this one. So just link to here, and I'm gonna just link this up to join geometry like that. As you can see it back. Alright, cool. Now we need to add our trees, so I'm gonna go to this tree collection, just drag and drop here like that. I'm gonna select the separate children and reset the children, and then link this to instance, and I will select the pick instance like that. As you can see right now, all the trees are aligned to upwards, basically C. We don't need that, we need to distribute towards a normal, and right now we only get this weird look. Okay, to fix this we need to add different node to fix this. Okay, so first I'm gonna add a normal node, so let's search for normal node. Just press Shift A and go to search, and then press normal, and let's bring it here like that. Now I will also bring sample nearest surface node like that, and I will set this to value like that, and I'm gonna set the float to vector, and let's link the mesh to this geometry. Okay, just bear with me guys. Okay, and now I'm gonna just set the value, and now I'm gonna add align emulator to vector node like that, and I'm gonna set the value to vector like that, and let's set this to Z because we need to face this every tree to Z axis, basically this one, and I'm gonna link this to rotation. As you can see, as soon as we link this, we get that effect. Okay, and this is perfect, but we don't need these trees everywhere. Before that, let's also add some scale. node. Okay, I'm gonna search for random value node and I'm gonna set this to scale like that, and so we can get that random trees scale. I'm gonna just give some min and max values, something like that. Okay, perfect. This is our node tree, and yeah, okay. Now before that we need to link this density factor to here, and then I'm gonna just select this low poly earth and then shift tab and go to weight paint mode. Okay, and then I'm gonna just reduce opacity. If you want, you can also do this now in Blender 4.1 version, and now just increase the weight to 1 and then give some weight in the ground. As you can see, basically we paint where we want to appear our trees. Okay, and I know I need trees to appear here, Congo forest. Okay, and let's also give some trees to Amazon like that, and yeah, India, right? Cool, right here, and Russia, cool. And let's also give some trees to Australia as well. Oh, I think that they have a lot of desert, right? Oh, whatever. Now we need to, okay, I've almost forgot Europe. Okay, perfect. Now let's go to density factor, and I'm gonna select this input attribute toggle key, and now we can just give this point group. Okay, basically what we are giving that our vertex group. So if you go to weight paint again, you can see group called group. So I'm gonna call this trees. Okay, and let's go back to object mode, and then we can give this point as trees. Okay, as you can see, basically it only appeared where we paint our weight paint on. Okay, as you can see, looks pretty cool. You can increase the density max, something like that. Okay, you can also just play with the min and max value, so you can get some different scale value for the trees. If you see some kind of glitches for trees like this, you can press Ctrl weight paint and then set the weight to 0, and then you can just remove it like that. Okay, cool. And yeah, I will stick this one. Okay, and yeah, that's pretty cool, right? Let's remove this one too. Okay, cool. Something go wrong here. Yeah, let's add something different here. Okay, perfect. Now I like it. Now we can also add some seed to here, and then just play with some random seed. You guys can just play with. Okay, and that's basically it. Let's add some texture. So let's go to shading, and here I'm gonna select the low poly earth, and let's create a new, and I'm gonna call this ground, and I will use this base color for this green color, Xcode, this one. Okay, and it looks pretty cool. Let's also select the ocean and then create a new material, and I will call this ocean, and I will give this bluish color, something like this. Now I will also increase the roughness to 1, and also select the ground and set this to roughness 1. Okay, perfect. Now let's go back to layout. Now I will add some little movement to this planet, so I'm gonna press Shift A and go to empty plane axis, and let's increase this like that. And I will also just select this ocean and low poly earth, and I will then select the empty and then select this one, and then press Ctrl P and select this object keep transform option. Now if you select this empty and press R, you can just rotate it. Okay, I will open this timeline, and then let's go to object properties, C value. So I'm gonna create a keyframe for the C value. Make sure you are in the 1 second and create a new single keyframe, and let's go back to 250. Just press Shift right arrow and then set this to 360. Okay, and I'm gonna select this keyframe, press T and select this linear. Now if you check this, it will slowly rotate like that. Okay, cool. Now we need to add some clouds. So basically I'm gonna open the clouds and select the first cloud, and yeah, just distribute around the planet like this. Okay, you can also use the exact same method we used the geometry node for distribute these clouds and give some random value. Okay, and I think it's really easy to just drag and drop and give some different position rather than just wasting time on messing with nodes. Yeah, it's look much easier like this. You can also add some little bit movement to these clouds using noise, or you can just manually animate. Let me show you one time. As if you select this one, and let's go back to the first frame, and if you create a keyframe for maybe position, let's animate some kind of position. Yeah, this one. So I'm gonna animate create a keyframe for the X value. So let's insert value and then go to graph editor and select this keyframe. If you go to modifiers, and you can then add a noise. Okay, if you check this, it's a bit too much, you can just increase the scale and reduce the strength. You can also influence and just drop it below. As you can see, you can give that random wiggle. You can also just copy this modifier and then select all of this, but before that we need that keyframe apply. So let's apply all of these keyframes. If you want different position, you can also just give C value like that, something like this. I will let you know to decide. Okay, and yes, something like this. Okay, now you can go there and just paste it like that. It will apply that noise modifier. If you check this, as you can see, we have this little movement. You can also just offset this so it's not at the same time. Okay, you guys can just play with these settings. Okay, I just want to show you how you can do this. All right, as you can see, it adds some random position. Cool. Now we need to add some character to this planet, so I'm gonna press Shift A and go to image and image as plane. If you don't see this, you can go to edit and preferences, and then here you need to find image, and as you can see, you will find this image, import image as planes, and just tick this and it will show up here and here. And I'm gonna go to Shift A, image and image as plane, and I have this video called face expression, so I'm gonna open this up, this one, and before see this, I'm gonna create a new camera. So I'm gonna press tilt and go to front view and create a camera and just bring it here like that. I will create a new window like that and press T to remove these unnecessary elements, and then press U, and I will just set something like this. Okay, cool. And yeah, okay. Now I'm also gonna add some lighting. So we have this face, but we need some lighting. So I'm gonna go to render and set the cycles as my render. And I'm gonna set this to GPU compute, so it will use my GPU. If you don't have good GPU, and you can use a CPU, and I think it's much faster in GPU. Okay, so now let's go to viewport shading, as you can see. And I will also go to render and set the go to film and select this transparent, and I'm gonna create a new plane like that. I will drag it down, so this will be our backdrop, and select this edge and E to extrude, and then select this and press Ctrl B to add some edges so we can get that smooth. Okay, and then I am right click, shade smooth. Okay, let's keep it for now. Now we need to add some lighting, so I'm gonna Shift A and add some sun lighting. Let's go here and let's keep it as it is, and it will serve as ambient lighting. So I'm gonna go here and then press Ctrl B and just keep only our camera render and keep our render only for camera like that. And now let's add some lighting. So I'm gonna add area light. So shift A, area. Let's go here, and you guys just have to play with this lighting, okay? And I will just quickly go through something like this. Three-point lighting. Let's reduce the light intensity. This is auto too much, so let's reduce. Maybe 500 looks good. Awesome. Now I will select this backdrop. Let's go to shading, and let's select 0, and then go to render view, and I'm gonna create a new material called backdrop, and let's give a really nice looking color. Maybe this bluish color will work. Okay, cool, something like this. Let's also add roughness, increase the roughness to 1. Okay, awesome. You can also just, let's see, without sun. Yeah, I think it's cool. I will also go to render and set the color management to filmic, or you can go select the AGX, and yeah, filmic's good, and give some contrast to this, or you can just edit in the post. And yeah, I think this looks pretty cool. And yeah, now you have to just render it. Oh, remember that our face. So I'm gonna select this, and let's bring it here. I think it's cool to add some character, right? And I'm gonna set this here. Oh, please flip it. Okay, minus 90. All right, cool. So you can see, it's really cool. I got this idea from Southern Shorty YouTube channel. He creates something like this, and yeah, I thought it's really cool to add some kind of characterized to this kind of stuff. And yeah, make sure you check out Southern Shorty's YouTube channel. I think he released a new short movie. And yeah, I recommend you guys to check his work, and it's really cool. And I got this face idea from him. Okay, and yeah, let's go back to our tutorial. And yeah, that's how you create this cute looking planet guy. And as you can see, it just blinking. I created this in After Effects and then just exported as a transparent video. If you go to shading, as you can see, we have 241 frames, and also cyclic like that. Make sure you select this cyclic so it will keep looping. If you want to create a loop animation, make sure you select this cyclic. And yeah, that's basically just plug this alpha to alpha. It's basically auto do this if you use that image as plain option. Okay, and that's basically it. I recommend guys just play with some colors and lighting. This is just basic setup, and yeah, I hope you guys like it. And if you have any problem, let me know. And also, I think that video only have 241, right? Yeah, so it's good to add that same amount. So I'm gonna set this to 241 here, and then select this empty and just bring this keyframe to here, so it will give that loop kind of thing. But it yeah, if you want a perfect loop, you have to manually animate these clouds, because noise is not going to give you the loop that you want. And yeah, I hope you like this tutorial, and I hope you learned something new. If you have any question, please let me know. And as always, thank you so much for watching. And you can download this project file from my Patreon page. And shout out to all of my Patreon supporters, and thank you so much. And yeah, you guys also can download this free asset from link in the description. Okay, and yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great day. Peace.